Hi drummers, Garey Williams is back with another reaction and analysis video. Today we're going to rock out with the great Alex Van Halen. So let's check out Alex's great drum solo with the second rendition of Van Halen. Some people call Van Hagar because it had Sammy Hagar as the singer. Cool. Okay, I'm going to pause it there. The beginning of that was really interesting. Some very kind of syncopated bell sounds, and he had the double bass going, and so he could do kind of combinations of singles and doubles, sort of paradiddly kind of stuff, permutations of the singles and doubles and different accent schemes between the ride cymbal bell and the snare drum. And he has that great snare drum sound, of course, you know. Where did that come from? Bill Bruford, John Bonham, that nice, big, huge, wide open rim shot sound. And then he's now kind of doing a bunch of stuff between the cymbals and the snare. And the snare is very present. It's very interesting. It almost sounds like he's doing more than single stroke rolls. But so far, it looks like everything's all just singles on top, mixed up between crash as well as his feet keep it going. He's gradually slowing down here. Oh, maybe not. Just a lot of hand singles over. Both hands and feet are doing the same rhythm. Hi-hat. Look how high the cymbals are. Okay, now, right here, he's doing a little more mixture where the right hand stays up on the tom. This kind of reminds me of some of the Bill Bruford stuff where he's playing like on the little dragon drums and playing more tribal stuff, kind of mixture of singles and doubles. So the left hand's filling on the snare, but before he did this little thing right here, all this was like just fast single strokes. And I mentioned, notice that hi-hat. Now he's got a signature made regal tip stick that's about 17 inches long. The average stick was 16 1/8 is kind of becoming a little bit more common, 16 1/4 longer. 17's out there. It's a big, thick stick, of course, and it's because he has a very large drum kit and the cymbals are out there. He's a pretty big guy, and so he's got a nice long piece of wood to hit those cymbals far away. So it's going to give him more weight and more sounding. Of course, he's a hard hitter, so let's keep checking him out. Ooh, doubles. Nice. That was like a right, left, left. Fast buzz roll. Oh, nice. You speed up the bass drum. Keep the buzz roll going. Speed up the kicks. Fast double. Nice. Listen to that. It's a cool gig. Keep his feet going. Okay, all right. Now, at first I couldn't really hear what's going on. It almost sounded like he was going with his feet. A little right foot dominant. It's almost like I hear this bump, 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 bump. Even though I hear double bass, one foot seems to be a little louder. Just could be the way he's playing it. But then I thought his hands were doing this, and now it's turning to more. So that's right, left, foot, foot. So 2 up, 2 down, 2 hands, 2 feet. Kind of a common double bass thing, kind of a big build up. Now there almost sounds like 6s. 4 up, 2 down, 4 hands, 2 feet. Not now. Now it's 2 up, 2 down. Crossing over. Gee. There you go. Now it's like 4 up, 4 down. 2 up, 2 down. 4 up, 2 down. 4 up, 4 down. 2 up, 2 down. Hand, hand. Right, right, foot, foot. Right, right, foot, foot. Right, right. Neck brace of some kind, obviously. Oh, nice. 6/8. Whoa. Interesting. I say interesting because I heard this. Zone, zone, 1, 2, 3, 4. I say 1, 2, 3, 4. So basically going to kind of an Afro 6/8 or a triplet bass thing instead of all the faster stuff. And then bass, but then I heard chick, 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 almost like the feet are playing straight. So you got a little triplety on top, straight on the bottom. Hear that? Nice. Now the little. So when you're playing triplets, can't go that fast here. But if you're playing triplets, you can double stroke. So it gets that really rapid fire sound. It's double strokes in that triplet. Whoa! That really cool little flam accents and kind of flams with extra strokes in them. Really fat kind of stuff. Reminds me a little bit of Tony's stuff. Tony Williams. Here we go. Yes. Singles. Guys, got some nice chops. Cool. Yes! Yeah! No kidding! That was great! God, he's such a great rock drummer. That guy is overlooked, in my opinion. Everybody should listen to Alex Van Halen if you really want to be a good rock drummer. The way he plays is just great, in my opinion. Damn, I like his playing. And they love it too! Is there more? He wants them to beg for more. He's catching his breath too. God, look at the crowd. That's so cool. Yep. More. That's fast buzz roll. Got a track he's playing along with. Whoa. Who's playing with him? Yeah, what's that? Oh, look at this! They recorded him playing another track. Two up, two down. What? That's just too cool! One up, two down. Yeah! Whoa! That was awesome! Man, that was so cool. Oh, God, that was great. God, the way he ended with that track and then the other version of himself up there playing along with it, that was just awesome. Pure entertainment on a huge arena rock concert level with high level sophistication. I'm even more impressed. I actually saw Van Halen when I was in high school. It was really cool. I can't remember. It was way back, I think, on the second album's tour. And I've actually seen Van Halen about 6 or 7 times. I saw them with Sammy Hagar as well, but I saw them, I think, 4 or 5 times with David Lee Roth. And I was in a band in high school where the guitarist fell in love with Eddie Van Halen, and he was a really good guitar player, and he actually learned the whole Eruption solo. And needless to say, our band ended up doing the entire first side of the first Van Halen album. And we ended up, I think, knowing about 10 or 12 Van Halen tunes. So I played a lot of Van Halen, and I studied Alex's drumming, and he definitely came out of that sort of influence from John Bonham, the great same snare sound. And this was kind of during the time when I was studying with Michael DeRozier, the drummer for Heart, and really learning how to play with that kind of intensity, that kind of power with large sticks, getting that big whip stroke rim shot sound, and just getting a really big, huge rock and roll sound. And you could see that picture of him, and he didn't look like his arms were all bulked out, but he sure plays strong. I think the guy's over 6 foot, pretty sure. And I don't know if you know the story that when the Van Halen brothers began music, they played the opposite instrument. Alex was going to be the guitar player, and Eddie was going to be the drummer, and they ended up, I guess, trading. This is the story I heard. And then the dad was a musician, and he's actually featured on one of their albums on a tune that's got a swing feel, and he plays a clarinet solo. So he was a jazz clarinet player. So these boys came from a background of a very strong educational background musically. And even though they're rockers, they're very smart rockers. And I guess they met in college theory with Michael Anthony and David Lee Roth or something to that effect. And so they started to form their band because they were all in college and they were taking music classes. So these really, really great musicians, regardless of the style of music they play, most of them have had training. They come from a musical background, of certainly private instruction is definitely there. And then they've also, had a lot of experience in education, maybe in the school ensembles, and then in college even, taking theory and stuff. So getting off the point, I just love Alex playing. I think he's a really great rock drummer to get that great sound and feel. And I mentioned his hi-hats are up high. And what that affords you is that you can really raise that left hand up, and then the right hand is right here in this channel. So you can keep that hi-hat going and really get this huge whip action going when you're doing it like that. So interesting how he has everything up high, and it's typical for rock drummers to have the hi-hat cymbals higher because they're laying into the edge of the cymbals to get that big, fat, meaty sound, and they're really ripping that snare. So anyways, I hope you like this analysis. I really enjoyed it. I'd never seen this performance, and I'd seen Alex in concert quite a few times. He always did the big arena rock solo. This was my favorite of any because I love the fact that he overdid the sequence track where he's playing on these small kind of timbali toms, and then they trade solos, and there's two of them, and it's just twice as good. So if you liked it, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, share it with your friends, and I will see you on the next reaction and analysis video. Until then, have a great day. Bye-bye.